losing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Is a monster matchup, do you think?
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have high calibre meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy Pedro Neto is a real footballing thoroughbred, Peter, and I'm a huge fan of his direct style. There's a genuine intensity and aggression in everything he does. That doesn't seem to diminish his creative output at all. He goes for it every time.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. He is just caressing the ball. Bissouma. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Caicedo. Palmer. Correa. Caicedo. Johnson. Tolimuari. Bissouma. Van de Ven. Fernandes. Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo. João Pedro. Chance! Stefan on goal.
João Pedro probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Romero getting this one clear.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cleared away. It's gone out for a throw-in. Pedro Neto! Pedro Neto! Oh, that was no routine save!
Pedro Neto really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, what a climb! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Pedro Porro. Palhinha. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. And it's Udogi. Very nicely done. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Cleared without complication. Palhinha. Danso. Palhinha. Pedro Neto. Correa. Palmer. Fernandez. Correa. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Pedro Neto. Shot a goal!
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Udogi. Oh, easy pickings there. Correa. Fernandez. Palmer. Correa. Palmer. Succumbs to the pressure. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Danso. Palhinha. Kudus. Palhinha. Kudus. Johnson. Played out to the right. Pedro Porro tries a cross. Correa. Palmer. Fernandez shifted upfield. James. And it's James. In by James. And here's Palmer. That's been won straight back. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Caicedo, out to the right. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto! They've scored! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Kudus. Udogi. And it's Kudus. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Pedro Neto.
James. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandez.
Pedro Neto.
James. Closing in on goal. Decent chance! Pedro Porro. Johnson. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Fernandez cuts out the pass.
Pedro Neto.
Palmer. It's run loose here. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Kudus, Romero, Pedro Porro, João Palhinha, Udogi, proves too strong, Palmer, Fernandez, Palmer. Cucurella, James,
Pedro Neto.
James,
Pedro Neto.
James, Fernandez, Palmer, Cucurella crosses, Van der Ven is there and he can get that clear. Danso, Udogi, Danso, Palmer getting this one clear. João Palhinha, and it's Kudus. Udogi. That is lovely. Here's a chance! No, he's missed it.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Fernandez, Palmer, James, Fernandez, Palmer, Fernandez, Cucurella, and that's aimed into the middle. Danso, that's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Porro, Bissouma, Kolomuani,
James, Pedro Neto, Colwill. Caicedo. Fernandez.
Fernandez forwards and with intent.
And it's Cucurella. Caicedo.
Oh, that's nice.
Now it's João Pedro.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Palmer. Caicedo. James. Pedro Neto. James.
And that has been cleared.
Johnson. Udogi. João Palhinha. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Romero. Bissouma. Pedro Porro.
Brennan Johnson.
Fernandez. Palmer.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Johnson. And it's Porro.
Cucurella does really well to win the ball there.
Caicedo. Fernandez. James. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro.
Tries a shot!
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Johnson. Bissouma. Kolomuani. Pedro Neto. James. Colwill. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Pedro Neto.
Oh, sweet feet.
Caicedo. Fernandez. James.
A chance to play it in. Climbs up big! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
This might spell danger. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
Cucurella
Gets it clear.
and it's Bissouma.
Caicedo wins the duel this time. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. João Pedro. That's a good run down the left.
Cucurella. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, it's come loose. Romero. João Palhinha. Kudus. Johnson. And it's Kudus. João Palhinha. Looks to the other side. Pedro Porro. Fernandes. And it's played forward. Palhinha, aim forwards. Kudus. Udogi. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Caicedo. Caicedo, gently done. And it's James. Lovely feet. James. Now it's Pedro Neto. Lovely bit of skill. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Moved on forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Back into the middle. Caicedo. James. And here's Neto. Kudus. Fernandes. And it's Palmer. And the shot! Oh, they could be caught out here. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Udogi. João Palhinha. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. And that has put paid to that. Johnson has been caught there, it's a foul. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts the ball in. Nice touch. Johnson. And here's Colomwani.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Cucurella, and he goes cross-field. And it's Cucurella. Fernandes. Palmer. James goes short. Plenty waiting in the middle. Cucurella, and he's gone backward here. And the shot! Colomwani. Great defending, strong and determined. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Palmer. And the ball's come loose here. He's got away with one there. James crosses.
And it's hoisted clear. Oh, such a clever touch. Can he deliver?
Pedro Neto with the delivery. And it's Caicedo. Now it's Palmer. Fernandes. Cucurella opts to play it back.
Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
And he's heaved it away. Fernandes. Picks it up out wide.
Time to deliver. And the shot!
Pedro Porro. Romero.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it.
They play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Kudus. Udogi.
Can he latch on to this?
Kudus.
That's tidy. Danger averted for now. And claimed it back swiftly.
Bissouma. Udogi. Joao Palhinha. Udogi. Joao Palhinha. Kudus.
Oh, it's come loose.
Pedro Neto. James. Caicedo. Fernandes.
Oh, that's overhit.
Kudus
Tries looking up for options on the left.
Kudus's cross.
Colomwani!
Palmer. And it's Fernandes.
Caicedo has created one goal already. Now who's going to be first to this? There are a few waiting for it. Nice control.
Cucurella.
And he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Udogi. Danso.
Pedro Neto looking understandably energised after his goal.
Palmer. Fernandes.
Caicedo. Can he finish? There was plenty of power on that.
Romero.
It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust.
Joao Palhinha. Palhinha shifted upfield. Chalobah
Does really well to win the ball there.
James. Pedro Neto. Played towards the other side. Palmer. Muscular approach does pay off here. Pedro Porro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. João Palhinha. Romero chooses to go cross-field. Danso. Udogi. Van der Ven aim forwards. Pedro Porro. Johnson. And it's Kudus. Kudus is fouled. It's hit the crossbar! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Colwell. Pedro Neto. James. And here's Neto. So who's he picking out? Romero clears it away. Cucurella, back when it goes. Fernandez. Great chance! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Van der Ven. James. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Cucurella. Fofana. James. Pedro Neto. And it's James. That's good play. Could be decent chance. João Palhinha. Romero. Bissouma. That's really well manoeuvred. Udogi. Kolomuani. Pedro Porro. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Caicedo. Out to the left it goes. Pedro Porro. Romero. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Kolomuani. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fofana defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto! Pedro Neto!
Their attempts, just the wrong outcome.
Pedro Neto just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
João Palhinha. Strong running down that left flank. Itogi drives forward on the overlap. Takes a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Chalobah. Fernandes. Caicedo. Played out wide. James. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Johnson. Cucurella, gently done. Bissouma wins the duel this time. Romero. João Palhinha. Kolomuani. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Fernandes. Palmer. Fernandes. Palmer. And it's Fernandes. Cross goes, it's a mighty effort! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3! They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. "3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Shapes to shoot! Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Chalobah. Cucurella. Cucurella, then over towards the opposite flank. James. James, hurtling down that right flank. Firmly met. And it's played forward. João Palhinha. Udogi. Bissouma. Brennan Johnson. Kudus. Over to the left. And here's Kolomwani! It's off target and by quite a way.
Kolomwani clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Colwell forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Chalobah shifted upfield. Caicedo. João Pedro. And here's Neto. Can he find the finish?
He made the shot and turn look so easy. The technique and timing, it was all there.
Romero, gently done. Fernandez. And reclaimed it in a trice. Caicedo. João Pedro. João Palhinha. Kudus. Udogi. Bissouma moved on forwards. Johnson looking for a decent ball in. Now can he finish? Palmer. João Pedro. Caicedo. Palmer. Fernandez. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Fernandez. Caicedo. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Udogi. Johnson. Bissouma. Romero. Van de Ven. Johnson. João Palhinha. Udogi. João Palhinha. And it's João Palhinha. Now then, the ball's come loose. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Now it's Johnson. And it's played forward. Solid defending, refused to be out-muscled. João Palhinha. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Kudus. Now can he find a finish? Kudus! Well, the whistle's gone, what's he given? And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Pedro Neto.
James.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Pedro Neto. James. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. And back to the keeper they go.
And he has been fouled there.
Palmer. And it's Cucurella.
Referee's given a throw.
Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo. Pedro Neto.
Cleared away.
Kudus. Well timed, excellent interception. Fernandez, aim forwards. Danso. Udogi.
Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession.
João Palhinha, and it's Kudus. Cucurella. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. James. Cucurella. Palmer. João Pedro. Cucurella crosses. Fernandez does really well to win the ball there. Palmer. Johnson
Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Bissouma. Romero looks to the other side. And it's Kudus. João Palhinha. Colomwani. And here's Johnson.
Nice physical challenge. Yes, great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Johnson must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
Now it's João Pedro, spread out to the left,
And showing good feet.
Palmer, here's Fernandez,
Played into the middle.
the ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella puts them all in. Oh, shooting chance! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Udogi. Danso. Udogi. João Palhinha. Udogi.
Oh, that's neat.
Now it's Kudus. Chalobah gets rid without sophistication. João Palhinha. Johnson.
Aimed in towards the centre.
Fernandez. Palmer. Fofana. Cucurella. Palmer. And it's Caicedo. Can he get onto this? Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. They've played it short. That's very neat. Flashes it across. And he's there to clear it. He's having a shot! And he should have made it 4. Ditch defending, but that'll do. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Fofana. Caicedo. James. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Cross.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Moved on forwards. They get a throw in. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Kudus. Udogi. Udogi charging forward down that flank. And that's the keeper's ball. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandes. James. Pedro Neto. He's had a shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Approach does pay off here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Cucurella. Oh, smashing header! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Danso, and it goes cross-field. Fernandes. Out towards the flank. Palmer. Bissouma. Johnson. João Palhinha. Udogi. Bissouma, Kudus, Kolomwani, big chance! Lacking in accuracy.
And that was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto carries the ball down the right. And it's hoisted clear. Bissouma producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Toro. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Palmer. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Palmer. Fernandez. Caicedo. He's going to be disappointed with that. James. Caicedo. Very nicely done. Fernandez. Over to the left. João Palhinha. Danso. Bissouma. And it's Toro. And here's Kolomwani. Oh, nicely intercepted. João Pedro. Palmer. João Pedro. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Tries to get it clear. Pedro Neto takes aim and crosses. João Palhinha. And it's played forward. Bissouma. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Kudus. Out to the left it goes. Johnson. Kudus. And it's hoisted clear. Attempt, but not quite good enough. And it's been taken short. And it's Bissouma. Bissouma played with finesse. Cucurella getting this one clear. Bissouma. Palmer has got himself a free kick. James. Now it's João Pedro. Now then, the ball's come loose. Palhinha gently done. Pedro Neto. James crosses it in.
I couldn't quite sort his feet out in time to get it under control.
Done so, forwards and with intent. And it's Kudus. Kolumwani. Palmer. João Pedro. Palmer. Cucurella. Nice control. And here's Palmer. Fernandes. And here's Fernandes. Caicedo. And here's Fernandes. Chooses to go back. Turns and goes back. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's well done, really robust. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Toro. And here's Kolumwani. Kudus. Udogi. That's tidy. Thinks one through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. James. Fernandes. Caicedo. Oh, good spread. That has been knocked clear. And it's James. Fernandes. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Udogi. And here's Kudus. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. James, played towards the other side. Cucurella. Caicedo. Colwill. Caicedo. James. Caicedo. Fernandes. Caicedo. Pedro Neto picks it up out wide. Kudus. Bissouma shifted upfield. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Caicedo.
Now who's going to be first to this?
Clipped into space. Romero.
Gets good distance on it.
James.
It's out for a goal kick. They've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Good play on the left-hand side here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Kudus. Colomwani!
Palmer. Palmer.
Hit into the middle.
Vicario claims it in safe hands. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro. Bissouma, Pedro Porro, Bissouma, João Palhinha, proves too strong.
It's run loose here. They're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo.
Succumbs to the pressure. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Now it's João Pedro.
Fernandes goes for a shot!
João Palhinha. Palhinha, gently done. Palmer. Cucurella.
He is just caressing the ball.
Palmer.
Johnson wins the duel this time.
João Palhinha.
Danso chooses to go cross-field. Now it's Johnson.
And it's Porro.
Johnson looking to run onto it. Fofana cuts it out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Caicedo.
Fernandes.
Caicedo.
Oh, good ball! Real chance! Comfortable claim for the keeper.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Johnson played out towards the right wing. Brennan Johnson. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. It's a mighty effort! Well, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
I just wondered what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Palmer. James. Pedro Neto. Oh, it's a great ball here. Caicedo. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pedro Porro. And it's Kudus. Kudus laid out to the left flank. Spread out to the left. Played into space out wide. And can he finish it? And that's past the post.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Udogi. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Bissouma. And it's Kudus. Now that's well seen too. Caicedo. Cucurella. Moved on forwards. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Here's Neto. João Pedro. There's the shot! Oh, they could be caught out here. Cleared away. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Cucurella. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. João Pedro. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Cucurella.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Kudus goes on a charge down the left. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Kudus. Romero.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Johnson. Romero. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Brennan Johnson. And here's Colomwani. Palmer. Now it's Colomwani. Kudus. And it's Udogi.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Can he latch on to this? And he's picked it up out wide.
Can he deliver?
Tries, and he's had a shot!
And he's missed it.
And it's played forward. Palmer. João Pedro. James. Pedro Neto. In it comes.
Oh, smashing header!
Gets it away.
No, he can't turn it in.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Van der Ven. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Bissouma. Udogi, probing pass. Fernandez. Cucurella. Pedro Neto.
Oh, it's come loose.
Caicedo. Cucurella. Caicedo. Palmer.
Oh, it's played into the area.
And that has been clubbed away.
Cole will have it back and can go again.
Caicedo.
And he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he has shown him a yellow card. Boomed it over the bar.
Bissouma.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Fernandez.
Pedro, shot, surely! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
João Palhinha. Kudus. João Palhinha.
It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Udogi
Played back in.
Chalobah getting this one clear.
He's got options in the box if he gets his head up.
Nice interception, well timed. Cucurella. Palmer. Pedro Neto.
Some good work on the right flank here.
Pedro Neto. The keeper gets his hands on it. Danso. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Palhinha forwards and with intent. Colwell with the clearance. Chalobah clears it away. Played into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Fernandes.
Aim forwards.
Cucurella. Fernandes. João Pedro. Caicedo. And it's Caicedo. James. Cross goes in there. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Palmer. Pedro Neto. James. Fernandes. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella.
Oh, sweet feet.
Caicedo. Way through, so back it comes. And here's Fernandes. Chooses to go back. Here's Palmer. Palmer. It's a loose ball. Knocks it out wide. Delivered across. He thumps it clear. Played out wide. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. João Pedro. Nice physical challenge. Johnson. Brennan Johnson. That's a nicely weighted pass. Fernandes makes the interception. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. That is a little undercooked. Johnson. Udogi. Udogi forwards and with intent. There's the delivery. Well read. And the danger is averted. Pedro Neto. That's really well manoeuvred. James. Cucurella. Palmer. Very cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's James. Caicedo. Bissouma with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Udogi. João Palhinha. Brennan Johnson. Now then, the ball's come loose. João Pedro. Fernandez. Palmer. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Doggy is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Caicedo. Oh, that's neat. Caicedo.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Pedro Neto. Oh, nice touch. Towards the other side. James. That is lovely. So who's he picking out? Now the delivery. Kudus. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience with you.
Udogi. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. And here's Colomwani. Fernandez. Caicedo. James. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Cucurella. Looks to the other side. Caicedo. And it's James. Pedro Neto. Colomwani. Fernandez. Pedro Porro. And it's played forward. Bissouma. Udogi. Danso. João Palhinha. João Pedro. Caicedo. Laid back in, out towards the flank. A chance to play it in, crossed into the middle. Romero gets it away. Bissouma. Van de Ven. João Palhinha. Udogi. He can run onto that. Kudus. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance for a shot! Correa shifted upfield. James. And it goes cross-field. Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo. And it's Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Oh, good spread. Oh, what a try! It's anyone's ball now. And he's there to get it away. Cucurella crosses. The doggy can get it clear. Johnson. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. João Palhinha. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. James. Caicedo. Colwell gently done. João Palhinha. Udogi. Kudus. And the shot's on here. Pedro Neto. James. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. And here's Palmer. Palmer. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Fernandes. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Kolumuani. Johnson. Great ball if he can get there. And he's managed to get free. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Chalobah did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Fernandes. Cucurella. Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto! And yes, it's there! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
It's become a case of men against boys. Bissouma. Moved on forwards. Palmer has given away a free kick. Attempts a clearance. And it's Udogi. Kudus. Oh, such a clever touch.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Good chance here.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Johnson. Bissouma.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
That's a nicely shaped ball.
Good play through for the wide man.
Pedro Neto. Could be danger here.
Now who's going to be first to this?
And here's Neto. João Palhinha. Romero. Johnson. João Pedro. Fernandes. João Pedro.
Hefty challenge, but fair enough.
Climbs up big. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Romero. Danso. João Palhinha. Kudus. Bissouma. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. And it's Fernandes.
And the finish! Oh! Fantastic! He's got himself an absolute peach. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. Palmer. Caicedo.
And it's played forward.
James. And here's Neto.
Lovely feet.
Pedro Net. Oh, what a climb! And he's following up! It's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
How many? Just how many?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Doggy. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. Tries a measured ball. That's going to go a long way. Johnson, now it's Kudus, and here's Johnson, aimed in towards the centre, and here's Kudus, and a chance! James, played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Correa. It's run loose here. Bissouma. Danso, gently done. Joao Palinha. Udogi. Danso. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Van de Ven. Kudus. And it's Porro. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He can get that clear. Pedro Porro plays it short. Kudus. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And it's Palmer. He's found a way through. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Bissouma forwards and with intent. He is through here. Tries to get it clear. That has been knocked clear. Plenty waiting in the middle, and that's been well dealt with. And it's Porro. That's really well manoeuvred. Joao Pedro. Fernandez. Correa. João Pedro. Proves too strong. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Played out to the right, played it again. Not the worst header in the world, but nothing comes of it. Keeper's dealt with that. Time to deliver. Great chance!
Oh, the ball's come.
Oh, shooting chance!
And that was very necessary. And it's Fernandes. Colomboani. Bissouma. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Pedro Porro. Johnson providing an outlet on that flank.
Tries a shot!
And that has been clubbed away. Kudus played out towards the right wing.
Bullish header! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Pedro Neto getting this one clear. James. Caicedo. Fernandes. Palmer. Johnson does really well to win the ball there. João Palhinha. Udogi. Danso. Udogi. Palmer, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. Out to the right. Oh, that's nice. And here's Neto. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Crossed into the box. That's really well cleared. And reclaimed it in a trice. That's a good shot at goal! Gets it away. Caicedo. Takes the shot! And he's steered it beyond the post.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure.
Pedro Porro. Romero played towards the other side. Udogi. João Palhinha. Udogi. Kudus. And here's Colomwani.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
James chooses to go cross-field. Fernandez. Palmer. Fofana. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. And he's on a charge. Palmer gets a crossing.
It was hopeful to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Pedro Neto, chance! Kudus. Fernandez. Palmer. Fernandez. Cucurella puts them all in.
That is clearly overhit.
João Palhinha. Romero. Pedro Porro. Johnson. And it's Kudus. Udogi.
That's very neat.
And here's Johnson.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Caicedo. Fernandez. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. James. Then over towards the opposite flank. Cucurella.
Oh, sweet feet.
And here's Fernandez. Romero shifted upfield. And it's Porro. Colomwani
Looking to get on the end of this.
Pedro Porro. And here's Kudus. Surely now!
Decent chance, that is a fine delivery.
Fernandez. Caicedo. Fernandez. Pedro Porro gets across to intercept that. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Bissouma.
Too much on that, it's gone out.
Palmer. Well, that is a good challenge from him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Danso. Udogi. Danso. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Udogi. Udogi going full tilt down the left. Udogi puts a cross in. Palmer. Fernandez. João Pedro. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandez. Caicedo. Oh, he's been flattened there.
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
James. Caicedo. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. Palmer. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Johnson. Pedro Porro. That has been cut short. João Pedro. Talinia aim forwards. Brennan Johnson. Oh, good spread. Lovely bit of skill. Johnson. Out to the right. Very nicely done. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Great defending, strong and determined. Udogi. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. Nice control. And it's Bissouma. Now then, the ball's come loose. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bissouma. The ball goes in. And it's nice and simple for the keeper. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Lovely feet. That's tidy. Bissouma. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Fernandez can get it clear. And it's Udogi. Bissouma. Played out to the right. He decides to cross it. And it's a corner. Bissouma. He's in here! Oh, smashing header! Colwell tries to clear. That is lovely. Caicedo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself.
Pedro Neto. João Pedro knocks it out wide. Now it's Pedro Neto. João Palhinha. Palhinha gently done. Oh, Red, nice interception. Caicedo. João Pedro. Cucurella. Caicedo. Fernandes. Caicedo. Played out wide. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Danso. Kudus. João Palhinha. And it's played forward. And it's hoisted clear. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Porro. Now it's Kudus. Cleared without complication. Ball's gone out of play. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. João Pedro. Fofana. Cucurella. And it's Fernandes. João Pedro. Palmer in acres of space out wide. João Palhinha. Danso. Romero. Johnson. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Udogi. João Palhinha. Kudus. Bissouma. Bissouma played out towards the right wing. Pedro Porro trying to keep this in. And it's Porro. Fernandes. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that is as far as they're going to go. Kudus. Now it's Colomwani. Bissouma. Out towards the flank. And here's Johnson. Colwell gets over and intercepts. João Pedro. Oh, that's a nice ball. interception. His positioning was spot on. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Romero. Bissouma. And it's Udogi. And it's Johnson. That's going to go a long way. Fofana, Cucurella, Fernandez, João Pedro, over to the left, that's good play, Palmer, Cucurella, oh, nice touch, Fernandez, now it's João Pedro. Alinia defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Kudus looks to get on the end of this. James did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Colwell. Really well manoeuvred. Oh, good spread. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Caicedo. Fernandez. Cucurella. Caicedo. Fernandez. And here's Palmer. Oh, great chance. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Cucurella looking to run onto it. Van der Ven gets it away. And here's Palmer. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Bissouma. Udogi. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. It's a good run down the right. Johnson. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Here's Colomwani. He's pulled him up for that challenge. Johnson! Oh, off the bar! And it's Bissouma. And here's Colomwani. Colomwani! Oh, terrific save. James. Pedro Neto. Kudus. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Johnson. João Palhinha. Out to the left it goes. Kudus. Pedro Neto producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Palmer. Caicedo. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. He is just caressing the ball. He's cut it out. João Palhinha. Udogi. João Palhinha. Udogi. Danso. Romero. Johnson. And it's Kudus. Udogi. Showing good feet. Kudus. James. Caicedo, forwards and with intent. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer. João Palhinha. Kudus. Oh, that's neat. Kudus. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. James. Chalobah shifted upfield. João Pedro. Palmer. The final 5 minutes. Palmer. Takes a shot! Up he goes! Oh, got right underneath it. Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. João Palhinha. Udogi. João Palhinha. Cucurella. Fofana. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Moved on forwards. And it's James. And they've got a throw. Knocks it out wide. Back into the middle. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Romero. Fernandez. Palmer. Colwill. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. James. Fernandez. Cucurella. And here's Palmer. And here's Palmer. Fernandez. Cucurella crosses. And he's heaved it away. Kudus. Kalimuani.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Over to the left. Udogi. Kudus. João Palhinha. Bissouma. And it's Bissouma. Oh, such a clever touch. Not offside that time. Johnson. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Johnson. João Palhinha. Udogi. Oh, delicate chip through. Fofana attempts a clearance. Cucurella. Colwill. And it's played forward. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Oh, sweet feet. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Kudus. And it's Udogi. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Bissouma. João Palhinha. That's an imaginative pass. Tries to get it clear. Udogi, oh, that's a clever looking ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence. James. Colwill. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Chalobah. Cucurella. Proves too strong. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Danso. Udogi. João Palhinha. Brennan Johnson. Caicedo getting this one clear. Nice control. There are a few waiting for it. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Porro. Oh, some tackle that. Nothing wrong with that tackle, all won cleanly. Cucurella. Now it's Palmer. Can he deliver? Keeper has taken decisive action. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Defending, but that'll do. Out
for a throw. Oh, that's neat.
Fernandez. Caicedo.
Time added on 4 minutes.
Caicedo. Palmer. Fernandez. Caicedo.
Goes for a shot! Not out the best in the keeper. Oh, smashing header!
Danso. Udogi. Bissouma. Kudus. João Palhinha. Udogi. Romero. Pedro Porro. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Spread out to the left, and it's Cucurella. Cucurella. Palmer. Palmer puts a cross in. Palmer. Succumbs to the pressure. Romero. Johnson. Romero. Romero shifted upfield. Pedro Porro done delicately. And he's straight offside. Chalobah. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Caicedo. Nice physical challenge. Bissouma. Danso. Aim forwards. Van de Ven. Romero. Bissouma. Johnson. João Palhinha. And it's Udogi. Udogi. Kudus. João Pedro. James. Pedro Neto. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Van de Ven. João Palhinha. Udogi. Van de Ven. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Pedro Porro.
He's got options in the box if he gets his head up.
That's going to be a goal kick. Caicedo. Chalobah. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Fernandes. Cucurella. Fernandes. James. Steaming on goalwards. Johnson. And the referee brings it to a close. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations, and I think with confidence looking a little fragile.